The book The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt has achieved remarkable success since its release. Long-standing presence on the New York Times bestseller list, as of September 2024, the book had remained on the New York Times nonfiction bestseller list for 23 consecutive weeks, including 4 times at the #1 spot. Goodreads Choice Awards 2024. The book was voted Best Nonfiction Book in the annual Goodreads Choice Awards. Star recognition from notable figures. The Anxious Generation received praise from influential personalities like Oprah Winfrey and Jessica Seinfeld, further boosting its credibility and impact. Impact on public policy. The book has sparked discussions on limiting social media use among minors. In Australia, it was a catalyst for proposing the Online Safety Amendment Act, aiming to restrict social media access for children under 16. Bonjour les sentiments bons, influence on the global parenting community. Haidt has become a leading advocate for a worldwide movement to free children from smartphone and social media dependency. This movement has inspired grassroots organizations and legislative changes in multiple countries to protect children from excessive screen time. These achievements highlight the book's profound influence in raising awareness and driving action to improve the mental health of younger generations in the digital age. Key insights from The Anxious Generation. The Anxious Generation not only provides an overview of the growing mental health crisis among children, but also delves into its root causes and effects. Below are some expanded key takeaways from the book. 1. Enfumering Furuyi. Haidt argues that the rise in youth mental health issues is not random, but the result of a major shift in childhood experiences. He identifies 2 primary causes. Bonjour les sentiments bons, influence in the comprehend-likely use structure. In the past, children had more opportunities for free outdoor play, exploration, and learning to handle challenges independently. However, in recent years, overprotective parenting. Parents have become increasingly anxious about their children's safety, restricting their independence and limiting their development of social skills and resilience. Heightened academic pressure. The rising emphasis on grades and competition has contributed to higher stress levels among children. The impact of technology, especially social media. Haidt asserts that the early exposure to smartphones and social media has reshaped how children learn and interact. Some negative effects include decline in real-life communication skills. Kids are relying more on text messages and social media interactions rather than face-to-face conversations. The pressure of comparison culture. Constant exposure to curated, idealized images online leads to insecurity and anxiety about self-image and personal achievements. Addictive algorithms. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts are designed to capture users' attention, making it difficult for children to regulate their screen time and exposing them to potentially harmful content. 2. The consequences of this childhood reconstruction. Haidt outlines the severe mental health consequences resulting from this shift, including rising anxiety and depression rates. Since around 2010, rates of depression and anxiety in teenagers, especially among girls, have skyrocketed. Studies indicate a strong correlation between social media use and these trends. Children today struggle more with handling failure and pressure due to growing up in an overly controlled and risk-averse environment. Decreased attention span. Excessive exposure to short-form content on social media has made it harder for children to focus for extended periods, affecting their learning and cognitive abilities. Many children now struggle to read long-form content or engage in activities that require sustained attention. Increase in self-harm and suicide rates. Haidt cites alarming statistics showing that teenage suicide rates have risen sharply since smartphones and social media became widespread. Cyberbullying and a sense of isolation fostered by online platforms contribute significantly to this crisis. 3. Who is most affected? Although this crisis impacts most young people, some groups are particularly vulnerable. Teen girls. Haidt argues that social media is especially harmful to girls, who use platforms like Instagram and TikTok more frequently. This exposure heightens concerns about appearance, social status, and online bullying. Girls are more prone to self-criticism and comparison, increasing their risk of depression. Children with limited real-world interaction. Kids who lack opportunities for in-person socialization and physical activities are at a higher risk of developing mental health issues. Research suggests that children who spend more time outdoors tend to have better emotional regulation.
4. Hates proposed solutions. Rather than just diagnosing the problem, Hate offers practical solutions to help children escape the mental health storm. Delaying smartphone access. Children under 16 should avoid using social media or owning a smartphone. Parents can opt for dumb phones or basic devices that allow calling and texting without social media exposure. Encouraging outdoor play and independence. Parents should encourage their children to engage in outdoor activities rather than spending hours on screens. Allowing kids to experience failure and solve problems independently helps them build resilience. 4. Reforming education systems. Schools should reduce reliance on digital tools and social media in the classroom. Educational programs should focus on life skills and digital awareness. 5. Better regulation of social media content. Governments should enforce stricter policies to protect children from harmful online content. Social media platforms must take greater responsibility in monitoring and managing content that negatively impacts young users. Final thoughts on the anxious generation. Jonathan Haidt's book serves as a powerful wake-up call about the effects of technology on the mental well-being of children and teenagers. Beyond identifying the problem, he provides concrete solutions, from changing parenting strategies to advocating for better tech regulations. Key takeaways. The rise of smartphones and social media has fundamentally reshaped childhood, leading to an unprecedented mental health crisis. Urgent changes in both technology usage and parenting approaches are needed to help younger generations thrive. This is a must-read for parents, educators, and anyone concerned about the future of today's youth. Or click here to buy your copy now.